Good afternoon, I'm Manoj. Welcome to English classes. So today we are going to discuss the first lesson in the supplementary reader Vistas, the third level. Written by a famous American science fiction writer, Jack Finney. Alright, third level is actually representing the level in a subway or a metro system. So first of all, let us try to understand literally what a level in a metro system is all about. Most of you are aware that in an underground railway system, there will be flight of steps leading down towards the first level of platform, where the people take or commute towards a particular destination. And sometimes an underground network may have another flight of steps going deep down towards another platform, or we call it as a second level. So this platform, the people can take towards a different direction. And this particular levels most of the time are color coded for hassle-free commuting. So, in the story, the third level, Jack Finney is talking a story that is mixing both fantasy and reality together. Alright, let us talk about the story now. You know, we have the protagonist, a man called Charlie. And of course, one fine day, Charlie is coming to the Grand Central Station, the subway station in the New York City. So Charlie comes, and as usual, that particular day he was late from office, and instead of taking the bus, he thought it is quicker to reach home, so he took the subway. So you know, Charlie is coming towards the entrance of the subway system, and there he takes the steps down towards the first level, where people generally take trains towards the famous 20th Century Fox Studio Station, etc. So normally, when you climb steps or when you take the escalator, go down, when you reach the first level, either you can take trains from there, but the local trains in that particular station start from the second level. So our guy, Charlie, wearing a tan gabardine suit that is immortalized by the 007, James Bond. So he is coming just like anybody. He's just like anybody. Nothing special about him. An average, ordinary guy. So he comes. He comes to the first level. Skips there. It's so crowded. He comes to the second level. And somehow he says that there are so many exits and entrances. And sometimes people find confused which way to take. Anyway, walking, suddenly he found himself in an empty corridor. Of course, you know, the two platforms in Grand Central Station generally it's so crowded, it's so noisy, but that particular time, he found himself in a corridor where there is nobody else. It was entirely empty, devoid of any commuters. Slowly he walked down. The way was slanting slightly towards, slanting at a particular angle, and he slowly went forward. After some time, he could hear some noise coming from somewhere. So he must have entered somewhere, got into a wrong channel or wrong steps, and he found himself on a platform. He initially thought he was back in the first level, but this was entirely different. First of all, there were very less people. Second, he found that flickering light and found it was the old oil lamp that was lit there. He also found people taking out the pocket watch. You don't expect people to have pocket watch in this modern century. He also found, looking here and there, the dress the people wore was so old-fashioned, maybe a century old. As he was just looking, standing there, wondering what happened, he looked at the train that was at the platform. The platform looked very old. The train was the old funnel-shaped Maybe the locomotive invented much century before. He understood something was amiss. He slightly moves towards the ticket counter and he found the newspaper stack, and when the newspaper he found, it was a century ago, 1894. The world stopped publishing years ago. So he understood. He has reached a different level. He called it the third level. And in that particular third level, he understood he reached a different time and different dimension. All my students are familiar with the story that we studied in class 11, the adventure, where you find, because as a result of the catastrophe theory, you find yourself in different periods and different time at one time. This is not a classic time traveling story. Anyway, Charlie found himself in a level that every single person in New York will vouch that the Grand Central Station has only 2 levels. There is no third level. But he was very happy because he knew that going to the ticket counter, he can buy tickets to any part of USA. Because 100 years ago, the currency's value was much higher than what it is at this present time. He went to the ticket counter and asked for 2 tickets to Glasgow, Illinois, his hometown where he was born. The happy, good old times. He wanted to be back. Even 10 years before the First World War set to begin. But the ticket fellow, he just, as he was charging the fare for the ticket, he just asked, "Hey, what are you doing? This is not the money. This is not the currency, man. You're going to cheat me? I'm going to call the police." The currency 100 years ago was entirely different from what it is now. Charlie understood. Going to the jail in 20th century or 21st century or 19th century is going to be same. He came back. You know what will happen? Because Charlie comes back, somehow he finds the level back to where he's supposed to go, reach home. Louis and his wife are never going to believe this story. Nobody will. And of course you can understand what the people, the relatives would say. Of course, you understand what the near and kin and the people of course, especially Louis are friends, obviously they did what they expected. They sent Charlie to a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist told it is actually an escapism from his side. Of course, you please know the term escapism. And also, he had another term for that. That is a waking dream, wish fulfillment. Waking dream, wish fulfillment, or a temporary refuge from reality. Charlie hallucinated. He created all these things in his mind so that he can escape from reality. Charlie wondered what kind of escapism he wants. He wants to escape after the boring time in office towards his house, towards his wife. And even the psychiatrist pointed out that the stamp collection was an escape from reality. Charlie wanted his grandfather started the stamp collection and he never thought of escaping from reality. Anyway, nobody believed him. So Charlie started searching for the third level again because he wanted to go back hometown, Galesburg in Illinois. The wide open lands, the greenery, the huge houses, the wide area, the trees, and even before the World War ever struck. He wanted to go back to the golden period where there was no worries, no tension. But unfortunately, he could not find the third level again. What he did was initially he went and converted $300, the whole money he had, $300 he converted, but getting world currency was not easier. He could got only less than $200 worth all currency. He wanted to take his wife also, but unfortunately, for so many days he continued searching. But the third level, as others said, was non-existent. And one day, Charlie and his wife continued searching again because Charlie understood the third level actually existed. Because he had a stamp collection hobby, and one of the old stamps, the first day stamp he collected, he found a letter which was not supposed to be there. It was from his friend Sam. Sam said, first I did not believe you. Then I slowly started believing you. I went in search of the third level and I found it. Charlie, you please come. It's a good place. Sam, your best friend. Immediately Charlie went and he inquired at the antique shop and found that Sam had converted $800 into old currency. That's enough to start a big K business there in Glasgow. Started searching. And I knew actually I was going to find it again, and one day I will be able to reach the third level and go to this particular dream place of mine along with my wife. And this time I am sure it's going to happen, and nobody is to question me because Sam was not only my friend, he was my psychiatrist too. So, my dear friends, the story ends there. So we have a literal meaning where a guy finds himself, maybe in all stories, in a different place or a different time. A classical time traveling story. But actually, it's slightly more than that. We don't think that Charlie actually reached a level where he was not supposed to. He must want to escape from the tedious modern life. And escapism is really on the forefront when we dig deeper into the story. Can you believe that a person with all the chores of daily life, the insecurities of the modern life, he wants to go back to the place where he was born, the good old times. So all the time, sometimes without even his own knowledge, he must have constructed the entire story. Or as the psychiatrist put it, the wishing, dream, wait fulfills. Or maybe a temporary refuge from reality. Even Sam, his friend, must have heard the story from him, started hallucinating himself. We do not know for sure. But modern life, with its insecurities, we all would like to go back to our roots, a place where there is peace, harmony, and love. Thank you.